What up, MJs? Welcome to another episode of What Would You Do with $40 Billion? In case you are new, my name's Little Ed, and here's where I talk about all the shit that I think about while I'm grabbing your biscuits. In today's topic, I will be discussing on when is the right time to say fuck it. We all have those things that we want to do, right? Those plans, those goals that we want to do, but for some reason we just don't do them. Whether it's fear, whether it's ourselves getting in our own way of doing those things. That's what I'll be discussing on today's vid. So stay tuned so you can get your edification. We all go through this. We all have those goals. We all have all those things that we want to get done. Maybe you want to get a new job. Maybe you want to move to a new city. Maybe you just want to expand your mind and pick up a new project. So when is the time to just say fuck it? How my buddy says it, 2 tears in a bucket, motherfuck it. When is that right time? Truth is, there never really is a right time to get it done. I mean, you can plan ahead, you can have plans, you can plan out every detail of it, but when it comes down to it, what really matters is action over planning. I mean, as much of a cliche this is, as much as you can read this in a self-help book, it's a cliche, and it's in all those self-help books because it's the truth. Action leads to getting shit done, and there never is a the right timing to do those things. The thing is just getting them done. No ends, it's or buts. Getting it done. And I guess in this vid, I'll just be giving just kind of some pointers on how I've taken this advice to where I am at now. I want to get some traveling done. Set a date. I want a new job. Set a date. I want to climb Mount Everest. Set a date. I want a new group of friends. Set a date. Setting a date, that's what has worked for me along my journey, is setting up a date. As soon as you have that date, even if it's 2-3 years in advance, you have that date. That date is reality. Trust me, once you have that date, it's not just in your head, but it's reality. You're gonna do whatever you have to do to make it happen. Even if it's 2-3 years ahead, trust me, when it starts getting close, you are gonna start making those little sacrifices. I want my morning Starbucks. Nope. I want that new shirt. It ain't gonna happen, because you're gonna force yourself. You're gonna force yourself to make those tiny sacrifices that don't seem like much, but at the end, they do add up. It will encourage you to put up with the day-to-day bullshit. The day-to-day assholes. It will encourage you to put up with all that shit, because you have one thing in mind. You have that goal. You have that thing that you can taste, because it's in my calendar, and that shit is gonna happen. Once it's in that date, once it's in that calendar, trust me, things are just gonna go by so smooth, and you're gonna put up with all that. Everything is just gonna start falling into place. But once again, when is the time to say fuck it? There isn't a right time. There really isn't. I mean, life moves on. The right time to say fuck it is when you're ready to say fuck it and make it happen. We all have control of our lives. Yeah, some shit might happen that might derail us that might have some kind of derailment from it, but at the end of the day, we control our own life. By the end of the day, we are the ones that can make decisions of our own. If you're healthy, if you're strong, if you have no physical inabilities, and even if you do, you see it all the time. People that have physical difficulties are accomplishing amazing things. So if you're healthy and you have everything going for yourself, why can't you make shit happen? Why can't you set up a date and just say, this is it, I'm gonna get this shit done, let's do it? But I guess at the end of the day is like, before you start setting up a date, before you start saying fuck it, there's a very important question that you have to ask yourself. What do you want? What do you want for yourself? What do you want out of life? Or, I mean, what do you want, period? What works for me is I grab my notebook. Well, this is a calendar. But I grab my notebook, I write that shit down, I use whatever I have to do, bam, that's it. What do I need to make this shit happen? Bam, I need this and this and this. By this date, I should be okay to do this and this and this. And just make it happen. I guess that's my end point. I guess my last point to this vid is something that I've always gone by, and just because I've had different people in my life that I guess I've used as a model not to follow. I mean, you have those people that you want to be like, but then you have those other people that you're like, I don't want anything to be like that. And not because they're bad people, just because like they talk a lot, but when it comes down to walking the walk, they don't do it. So I guess what works for me is you mention it once, maybe twice, and then you shut the fuck up. You do what you do in silence, and then when you actually are ready to do that thing, when you're actually ready to say fuck it, then that's when you say it, that's when you spray it. Yeah, that was weird. Anyways, but that's, I mean, do what you gotta do. I'm gonna do what I gotta do. And until next time, what would you do with $40 billion?